bless the game. I was being quiet, got a lot to say. Unique chains on the freeway, don't need reins, cocaine or wraith. Made a statement, I was grinding on them, wanna order up, wanna replay. Rolex, no diamonds in it, Swiss movement, no time, a ticket. Introverted, not trying to kick it. Private life, please mind your business. Is the well dry? Take a look at that right back there. Can you see it? No, wait, my head's blocking it. My whole, there we go. What do you think of that? That's what we call a big, gigantic 2,500 gallon water tank. Sits on top of the ground. At some point today, they're coming to actually, the dude just filled it. So it's full, it's got 2,500 gallons of water in it. And sometime later today, the dudes are coming to finish hooking this up to my house. Cooking, cleaning, and drinking out of this? Yes. Cooking, cleaning, drinking, bathing. Everything else you do with water. Laundry. If you, Scotty, and TJ were young, attractive women, and I called your fans simps and therefore not valid, would you be sexist? No. Yes. Cooking, cleaning, drinking. Out of a giant black donut tank. Getting the fuck out of this state. Second state in a row I've had to run from because it's dying. It's funny, dude. I literally moved out of the frying pan and into the fire, bro. I moved away from Louisiana because it's got so much water, it's literally sinking into the ocean. And then I moved to California where it's like literally parched for water here. What the fuck? I'm not on the coast. New England, huh? Well, where I'm moving next is for me to know and for you to find out. I'd be way better off if I was actually on the coast. It's because I'm inland in a valley that I'm fucked. People on the coast are still getting relatively reasonable, normal levels of precipitation. Like on the actual coastal lines. The Midwest, yeah, dude. The Midwest. Dude, you realize that the Midwest is fucking dying of drought too? Go look at a drought map of the West. Wyoming, Idaho, Arizona, fucking Nevada, all of these fucking states are in like one stage above the most severe drought possible. We just looked at the drought map yesterday on one of our fucking Can't remember if it was on the public flash fried or the private flash fried, but or maybe it was before. We were looking at the drought map for my area because I was talking to the guys about them dropping off this big giant fucking thing. I can't remember, but dude, the drought map covers the whole. What's the Midwest? I thought Idaho, fucking Wyoming, Wisconsin, fucking all that shit was the Midwest. Am I misunderstanding what the Midwest is? Idaho's still the West? Okay. You got me. I thought the Midwest was like east of the fucking Sierras. It doesn't make any sense for them to call that the West. It's not. There's like 3 states between that and the actual West. Minnesota. Yeah, I always thought, like, yeah, Montana, Iowa. I thought those were, what are those? Those are just Western states? Out of here. Nobody knows geography, I know. You would think I would know, living in the United States my whole life, what the Midwest actually is. But who really needs to know what the Midwest is? Let's be honest. I guess now people need to. Whatever. Do you know your capitals? Some of them, maybe. Most of them. Pretty sure I could get most of them. It's the capital of Indonesia. Indonesia. Capital of Indonesia. Capital of Indonesia. Oh yeah, Jakarta. I didn't cheat. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I can't even see you guys. Slough, dude. Slough, capital of England. Oh, Slough, my kind of town. I don't know how anyone could put you down. Early, Paul. Yeah, a little early, I guess. Ooh, I got coffee in there too. God damn. I have to go get some coffee here in a minute. The beard is looking. Oh, thanks. This is definitely as long as my beard gets, though. I haven't trimmed my beard, and it's been over a year now, and this is where it stops, right there. Unfortunate, but just don't have the genetics for a wizard beard. This is my terminal length. I heard TJ talking about it though, and Dude, if we could combine my beard with TJ's beard, it would be the greatest beard on the fucking planet, bro. TJ's got a long beard, but it's wispy. I've got a thick beard, but it's short. Yeah, every hair follicle on your head has what's called a terminal length. So some people's terminal length on their head hair is super long, and they can grow hair all the way down to their feet. Other people gets to like their mid back, and that's about as long as your hair gets. So that's called terminal length, and beard hair is no different. Is that gray in my beard? Yeah. And it's not that your hair stops growing. It's that you reach a length in which your hair does not grow fast enough to keep up with how fast it falls out. That's terminal length. So your hair's always growing. Your hair even keeps growing after you're dead for a while. But it falls out. Like, you know, if you have long hair like I do, your hairbrush is full of fucking hair. That's what's going on. You know what I mean? You got long hair like I do, you're always finding your hairs everywhere. Your hair reaches a certain length and bloop, you know what I mean? It falls out and replaces itself. That's a myth. Hair doesn't grow after death. That is not true. Hair and fingernails continue to grow very slowly for a short period of time after death. 'Tis not a myth. Your skin just shrivels up, showing more. No, wrong. Wrong. Dude, your myth is a myth. No, I don't know. Maybe that is a myth. Always thought it wasn't, though. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God damn. Please. Cigarette. We need the Mythbusters back, yeah. Seriously. Can I call up the Mythbusters and get them to bust that myth? If you let a body sit, the hair will grow. But if you do the stuff funeral homes do, it doesn't grow. Right. Well, okay. Fair enough. I guess that kind of makes sense. You fitted your still suit in desert fashion. Who taught you this? No one taught me. It seemed the right way. Indeed it is. He shall know your ways, as if born to them. Dude, this is a sign of the times right here. This shit. Remember when Kamala Harris said that there were going to be wars over water? Bro. She wasn't lying. That's one of the times she wasn't lying. This shit back here, unsustainable, bro. Unsustainable. There's no fucking way that as these wells out here start going dry, and a lot of these houses out here are newer than my well. So this well on this property was built in 2005 and it's dry. A lot of the houses here were built in 2010, 2011. So do the math on that. 3-4 years sucked. Every fucking domicile out here is gonna need a goddamn fucking water tank. Every one of them. Water and gasoline. Do not become addicted to aqua-cola, my children, for then you will regret its absence. You hear that? I'm sure you guys can maybe barely hear some hammering going on over there. That's a house being built on dry land. Dude, if I was having a house built out here and I literally saw a fucking water truck pulling up to fill several houses' big fucking dystopian tanks. Dude, can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine that, dude? Imagine driving by out here. Oh, let's go look at our house and see how it's coming along. And you drive by and you see a big giant water truck filling a big fucking county water tank on the property that's like 3 houses down from you. Oops. Thanks, Black Butter Crunch. Thanks, buddy. Stay there. I'm gonna go get myself some coffee. Wow. Coffee time. And the motorway runs by your door. Oh man, it's a little brisk out here today. Feels good. Actual sweater weather. Oh, yeah. Coffee or tea? Coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Oh. Excited about what? Excited about what? Oh, Mini Saints. Yeah. Mini Saints comes out today? Does it come out today? Tomorrow. Neat. Yeah, I'm stoked. It's gonna be awesome. That one I believe I will just watch on HBO Max. I don't think I need to go to the theater to see Many Saints. Yeah, dude, I gotta call the local butcher or whatever meat place and see if they got gabagool, dude. Gotta get some gabagool. I've got to get some manigot. I've got to get some rigot. And you know which way you're heading. It's equidistant between London and Reading. Oh, Slough, my kind of town. Scrub Jay's going crazy today. It's pretty out here today. Well, thanks for the $5, shitty economist. What a guy. What a fella. Somebody threw a $5 bill at me for having a cup of coffee. How nice. Well, thank you guys. Thank you all for watching. It's fun to have people to talk to. Even if you guys piss me off sometimes. What do you think about the conversation about authoritarianism of the day on Twitter? A lot of people had their panties in a bunch about it. Well, yeah, dude, I was doing like one of these Twitter, spaces or whatever. And a dude came in who was super duper angry at my position on vaccine authoritarianism. And seems like he just had a lot of, like, he was used to arguing with a certain type of person, and I'm not that person. Like, he kept trying to insinuate that I was saying that the vaccine stops COVID-19 from being transmitted, which is partially true. Makes you less likely to get it, therefore it makes you less likely to transmit it. But that being said, that he was locked in on this. Well, if it doesn't stop the transmission of virus, why are you gonna force somebody else to get it? Because it drastically reduces not only the transmissibility of the virus, but the effects of the virus. But whatever. And dude was just gonna be angsty. But yeah, I mean, it seems like everybody's kind of in a tizzy on the idea about whether authoritarianism is ever good. And this is something that, like, this is like grade school level politics to me. Like, there are times when authoritarianism is not only fucking positive, but necessary. Think about a city that's just been devastated by a fucking hurricane, okay? People from the National Guard are going to come in and help evacuate people and institute rules and regulations in that area. And all of it's going to be done in a very authoritarian fashion to preserve people's lives, right? That's a time when authoritarianism is never questioned. And that's just the truth, man. I wish that we lived in a fucking society where people could trust their government and didn't have these kind of unfounded questions. You know, they didn't feel like the government was the little boy who cried wolf. You know, because when it comes to epidemiology, it's really doctors that are pushing this. And you listen to your doctor about every fucking other thing you go to the doctor about. You know, I wish that were true too. I don't know, man. I'm not in a very angsty mood today. I feel pretty good. So I really just can't care about people's stupid shit. Thanks, Zeke. I saw a tweet the other day from a blue checkmark conservative guy. I can't remember who it was. Somebody retweeted it. And it was a dude saying, instead of vaccines, why don't we just give people a weakened form of the virus so that the body can build natural antibodies? And I was like, wait till he finds out. Wait till he finds out that that's exactly what a vaccine is. Oh my God. Yeah, it might have been you that shared it, Phoebes. Yeah, which one of us is going to tell him that that's what a vaccine is and does? Who's going to be the one? Well, no, but see, he's not repackaging the vaccine. He's making a false distinction between vaccines and a weakened form of the virus. The slurp. That's something I learned at Starbucks. The slurp is very important when you're drinking coffee. Not only cools the coffee as you're drinking it, but spreads the flavor of the coffee over your whole tongue. Isn't it a bit odd how every blue check, vote blue no matter who, Russiagate Twitter account is also aggressively pro-vaccine mandate? So are you saying that when people are wrong about one thing, they're automatically wrong about another thing? Is that the implication there? So if people were wrong about Russiagate, then they can't be correct about vaccines? Is that what it is? Because if that's the fucking case, bro, I can almost guarantee there's nothing that you have to say that's worth listening to. You've been wrong. You've been wrong, dude. You've had a wrong take. Why would I listen to you? You were incorrect. Why would I listen to you? No, I know, dude. That's why I try and fucking stop people from turning this into a left v right issue, because here's the truth. Number one, there are tons of people on the loony left that aren't taking vaccines. They may have their own fucking reasons, but it all boils down to basically the same thing. The government can't be trusted, dude. The DNC prior to the election in 2020 was fomenting vaccine skepticism. You guys don't remember this shit? You don't remember people talking about how, like, well, I think these vaccines were rushed, and I think we should wait to take these vaccines. Yeah, Kamala Harris straight out said she wouldn't take one. So let's stop pretending that this type of shit is just coming from fucking one side. Yep, Biden on the debate stage fomented vaccine skepticism. And then as soon as he was in office, started pushing the vaccine. So it was a political stunt. Kept people, fomented fucking distrust for the vaccine amongst the left in order to get a political stunt in. And then once, literal little boy that fucking cried wolf. Let's go watch what she said, because she said she wouldn't take a Trump vaccine, however, would listen to the doc. Oh my God, whatever, dude. You need to understand how to unpack political statements, bro. You really do. Before you start fucking slurping on the balls of a politician, you really need to understand how to unpack political statements. What did she lead with in that statement? What was the first thing she said? Because I'll give you another statement. She said, I'm not going to take a Trump vaccine. However, I would listen to my doctor. Okay? How about this? See if you recognize this one. Let me come up with a good one. Mexican immigrants are rapists. They're murderers. They're not sending their best. And some, I guess, are good people. Do you see how that was packaged? Trump vaccines, dude. Yeah, dude. Trump in there fucking brewing up the vaccine. It's got like a beaker of green liquid that's smoking. He puts a drop of red liquid in it and it goes poof. He's like, aha. Yep. She gave herself plausible deniability, but politicized a public health issue at the same time. That's politics 101. You got your Pradums. You got your Pradums. We've seen her. Dude, they're trying to rehabilitate her now. She just went on The View, bro. The DNC is desperately, desperately trying to figure out a way to package Kamala Harris as an electable official. She didn't primary in a single fucking state. Nobody wanted her when she was running for fucking president. She had to be fucking elevated by being selected as a VP candidate, which doesn't make any sense either. You think a VP candidate selection would have been, you know, somebody who was running a little closer to Biden? You know what I mean? Like Bernie, maybe? No, they picked Kamala Harris, who didn't fucking win a single primary. And they're trying to rehabilitate her image, dude. She went on The View. She's going to start doing these little fucking softball interview circuit tours of all the little shitlib media outlets and stuff. And they're going to try and rehabilitate her image over the course of the next 2 years or so that they can run her. Yep, she was picked purely for her gender and race. Yep. She was a literal living virtue signal for the DNC because they knew that Joe Biden was not super popular amongst black people. Even though he had served with Barack Obama, there were a lot of black people that were skeptical about Joe Biden because they know he's a fucking racist. They know he's a fucking segregationist and shit. This is just like common knowledge. And so they picked a Kamala Harris to slip, you know, a little virtue signal into the ticket. Well, they're stupid. Biden's more popular with black people than Kamala. That's why he won South Carolina by such a wide. Yeah, I know. Biden's adjacency to Obama makes him more popular than fucking Kamala Harris. Are you sure Biden is racist? I just listen to the things that he said in his life and the things that he's done in his life. That's where I get that he's racist. I'm not like making some inference or guessing. I'm just listening to what he's said and done. Biden voted against school busing for black communities. Made tons and tons of statements calling black people super predators. Black criminals were called super predators. He said he didn't want his children growing up in an integrated racial jungle. Do these sound like non-racist statements to you? Yeah. Haiti can sink under the fucking Caribbean and we'll all be better for it. Yep, the crime bill. The crime bill that locked up 2 generations and counting of black men. Mandatory minimum sentencing and all of the things that have got people with fucking petty drug busts and shit sitting in a cell for 30 plus years now. Joe's definitely a racist. Definitely 100% a racist. But he changed. Yeah. Okay. Evidence. Evidence that he changed. Right now, he's beating Trump in deportations. Joe Biden did not say it'd be better if Haiti sank. He didn't. Didn't say that, huh? What did he say? People are just like, he didn't say that. It's like, no, the super predator thing was not Hillary Clinton. That was fucking Joe Biden. He said no one would care if Haiti sank beneath the waves. Yeah. Yeah, these streams here. I need to start doing more indoor streams or come up with a rig where I can fucking do streams out here. Maybe like a laptop or something. I've been thinking about snagging a laptop for a while anyway. Like having a laptop out here would allow me to run like, I don't know if it would work though. It would be really tough. I think I could set up OBS to properly run on a laptop. That way I'd be able to create a couple of scenes, one of them being like the full screen thing, and I could just bring up the fucking news page and shit. It might be harder for me to like have like really good looking scenes and stuff. No, I think I could probably do all of that. A call-in line. Yeah, dude, get a Google Voice number so I can get trolled live on stream. The downside to that is that people are just going to come in and scream shit that would get me banned. But yeah, I didn't get her. Amelia got a laptop. It was about a little less than a year ago. And it's actually really good. And it was relatively well priced and stuff. So I'm thinking about just getting maybe even the same laptop that she's got. I think it might also allow me to set up a dual streaming setup inside, which is eventually what I want to move to. Like I want to have a machine that its entire existence is just to handle the streaming. You know what I mean? So it doesn't play the game. It doesn't run any of the game. You don't use any of the resources of that computer except for the resources for streaming. So it streams and then you hook another computer to it via, HDMI and use it as a display on that computer, and that's the computer you play things on. You don't need HDMI. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't that take bandwidth though? If both computers are like communicating via Ethernet, doesn't that suck bandwidth? Wouldn't you want to have like a hard video connection so that it's just used as a secondary display rather than like sharing the Ethernet load with streaming? Maybe I'm misunderstanding how that technology works, but it just seems to me that would be a bandwidth sink. If you had two computers communicating all of their data via Ethernet, and then you're also streaming via Ethernet. Isn't that like a bottleneck? Seems like it would be. You use it on your PC. Yeah. I'll have to try it out. Something tells me that I would rather have like a static connection, but dude, if it works, it works. I'm not gonna fucking deny it. Dude, there's another little piece of hardware that I'm actually interested in maybe saving up for and getting when it comes out. Have you guys seen this Steam Deck thing? I actually like paid the $5 to like lock in my pre-order for one, even though I don't know if I'm actually gonna buy it. But it looks pretty good. Like one of the things that has happened to me is like I've slowly but surely become like more of a PC gamer. Like I've stopped console gaming almost exclusively, but I play a lot of games with controllers. Like I have a controller plugged into my PC, you know what I mean? And I'll sit back and so it's like I'm playing like console-esque stuff. What really, the portability of the Steam Deck thing, thanks, Tucker. The portability of the Steam Deck thing is pretty cool, but what I like is the idea that I could dock it with my TV in my living room and play my fucking games in my living room on my TV like a console. So I could like kick back on my comfy ass couch, wrap myself in a blanket and play a video game, you know, have my nice, I don't have a super nice sound system. I got like a 2.1 sound bar and shit. So that's what I'm excited about. I'm thinking about getting it just for that functionality alone. You can dock the deck. Yeah, it comes with a little dock that plugs in to your TV, and then you dock it, and then your TV becomes the display, and you can control the Stream Deck with a Steam controller or whatever the fuck. Play your games. Yeah, it hooks up to your cloud saves. So if you've got a game that you're like halfway through on your PC and you get a Steam Deck, you can just move to your fucking living room and it just brings all your saves. Why not just HDMI gaming laptop and the TV, connect a controller to the laptop? I mean, I could do that, but that would make that, you know, that's a little more functionality than I need, right? The Steam Deck is cool because I can grab that motherfucker and take it with me on like vacations and not have to like fucking carry a big ass laptop. It's like this big, you know, it's like the size of a Switch. So that's what makes it kind of neat. HDMI to TV has lag. Maybe they have an optical hookup. My TV has optical ports, so. Yeah, the dock is a separate thing. They haven't even shown like what it's going to look like or what kind of hookups it's going to have yet, so. Also works as a good way to stream stuff at hotels, use it instead of a Fire Stick. Yeah, you could. You could do that. Hello, D. They came and filled the tank today.
Oh, yeah, already?
Yeah.
I just saw the text.
What was it?
I said I just saw the text when I woke up, so.
What text?
That she sent this morning saying that they were coming to fill it.
Oh. She didn't send it to me. I just happened to be out here when the dude showed up. Like I was sitting out here just like all curmudgeonly with crust in my eyes. And some dude was like, "Hey Zeke, what up, dog?" Hold on one sec. Ugh. D, chill out. Just D. How you like my dystopian water tank? D, chill.
Hate that. That is awful. I mean, this is going to be getting water. We have that heating, but that's as a homeowner, that's my personal.
Yeah. Dude, if I were building a house out here, see if that last night.
Oh yes, did you see the light?
See, I've worn a path to my pump.
Oh my god.
You see it?
Yeah.
Because I had to go out there like
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 times a day, restart the shit.
Yeah, that is.
Sucks.
It is probably, I mean, even after we built the water, it's still going to be probably years before it gets really.
How does that work too? Like going to each, do you have to go to each individual person and sell them from this, or will it be something that's incorporated through your county?
No, because this is a private subdivision, it's Madera Acres Country Club, they're required within the rules of purchasing the property.
I guess that's
Yeah. So, there's rules about water minimums and things like that. So, I don't think anybody's gonna object.
Yeah, these folks ain't looking to sell this place, so it's like my ass.
I'm hoping they do. They don't know that this place is gonna get water.
Yeah,
They put this thing on the market.
yeah. Well, keep your eyes peeled. My ass is giving up. I'm leaving California.
Well, I travel all over California. Yes, you know, we travel over to Washington. So if you're anywhere on the Washington Seaboard or Pacific Seaboard, just let me know. Swing by once a month. Big old bag of goodies like this, man.
Thank you, homie.
All right, have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Have a good one. Oy vey. The dystopia continues, man. No, Zeke's the man, dude. Zeke's the man. That's the neighbor. I need to get Zeke a present before we leave. Sorry, baby. I need to hook him up with something that he can't get himself. I'm trying to think. Trying to think if I've got any connections.
Or like he's a fan. Like get him like some exclusive merch or something.
Oh yeah, dude. I could maybe just get like a couple of the shirts and have the dudes sign them. Mail it to me and I'll sign one. That'd be dope. Could order a couple of the shirts, or maybe just get them like one of each of the dudes' shirts.
Yeah.
You know, like
Those aren't on sale no more.
yeah. Could order him like one of each of those and then have each dude like sign it and mail it to me. That'd be really cool. I think I'm gonna hook him up. Zeke has been he's been a good guy. Yeah, we're heading out of here, man. This place is going under. Under. Oh, Thin Mints. This is what I was looking for. Zeke always hooks up the pre-rolls. He knows I'm a lazy stoner. And so he hooks up these pre-rolls, which I'm going to indulge in right now. I have myself a pre-roll. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna miss California so much with this. You know, dude, I want to say this. I love this area of the world. I was born here. And so everybody, I feel like, maybe not everybody, some people move around so much, like military kids or whatever, or just people that have moved a lot. I don't know, like, don't feel an affinity for where they were born. I love this area of the world. I do. I think that despite it going to shit, it's a beautiful place. And I hate what's happening to it. It really makes me fucking sad to be here. Because, go on. I don't know. It makes me genuinely sad to see what's happening to it. What's happened to it. Even allotting for the rose-colored glasses of childhood. This place used to be beautiful, man. It still has some beauty in it. I can still see that beauty, but I'm telling you, man, I used to be able to see the Sierra Nevada mountain range every day, clearly on the horizon. You've got your coffee, baby. I used to be able to see the Sierras to my east and the coastals to my west every day, unless it was a stormy day or a foggy day, right? I haven't seen the Sierra Nevada mountain range clearly with my eyes since I've lived here. This place used to be just like, it had like seasons. Like right now, during the fall and the spring, my untilled kind of field out here would be blooming with wildflowers. This area of California, if you left the land to sit, used to bloom with wildflowers. Baby's breath, lupins, what's the California, not a magnolia, but I'm trying to remember the California flower, a little orange flower. Somebody look it up for me. California has this little orange flower that's the state flower, and it used to bloom everywhere in this valley. And, you know what I mean? It's not poppies, I don't think. Maybe it is a poppy, a California poppy or something. Yeah, California poppy. It used to be everywhere, bro. Little yellow mustard flowers, white mustard flowers. If you had a piece of land like this in the fall, which is what is starting now, and in the spring, it would bloom. These beautiful wildflowers. Just dead. We looked at, what happens at every different stage of drought. And the stage of drought that this area is in, stage 4 drought, or what they call D4. It's just like wildflowers don't bloom, fields lay fallow, natural grasses don't grow, so cattle operations, and this is actually happening here in the Central Valley, are moving out, like shutting down completely and utterly shutting down. Because in addition to the massive amounts of water it takes to water cattle, it's like you can't fucking grass feed cows. You can't have grazing animals in this type of heat because, well, number one, they can't tolerate the heat. Number two, even if they could, nothing grows. Dude, my yard looks almost exactly like the field across from me. Exactly. Yeah, that's another thing that's started to happen here is dust storms have started to kick up because the topsoil is so loose and dry.
Yeah, it's a dust devil.
Yep.
Going down there the other day.
Dude, full-blown dust storms will happen. Like when a big fucking wind that's low to the ground hits, it'll just pick up about fucking 1 million tons of topsoil and blow it all over this valley. Valley fever comes with the dust storms, yep. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare, and I don't really know what the country is going to do when very soon, dude, if I had to guess, within 5 or 10 years, farming is just not feasible in most of the Central Valley. And then what? What the hell is valley fever? You'd have to look it up, dude. I can't explain it.
It's like a lung infection, basically.
Yeah. It's like a bacterial lung infection that happens in the Central Valley because there's so much particulate in the air, and so much of the topsoil is being blown up into the air, and there's shit that lives there and it gets in your lungs, causes people to have severe allergies and bronchial infections over and over and over and over again. My mom has had both whooping cough and valley fever, and as a result of that, just basically has a permanent cough. She'll cough till the day she dies. She's just always coughing. She doesn't smoke. Like, the best thing for her would be to move the fuck out of here to a place that has clean air, but she ain't gonna do that. I would have to physically, like, force her to do it. There are already agricultural refugees coming from California. A lot of cattle operations moved to Texas, which is also, I mean, it's not as bad as California, but it's also experiencing drought conditions based on its normal amount of rainfall.
Here's something fun we learned. It's 2 to 4 times more expensive to leave California than it is to enter it.
Yeah, think about that shit, dude. They got a leash on you. It is fucking at least 3 times more expensive overall to leave California than it is to move into it. So if you get a U-Haul to leave California and travel to, you know, some distant place, it's going to cost you 3 times the amount as it would cost you to get that U-Haul from your was your destination to California. I'm just sitting out here today and my nose is dripping. Helicopter. I bet there are places on, well, in fact, I don't have to bet. There are places on the planet where that sound is the most terrifying thing in the world. There are places on the planet where, like, hearing a fucking helicopter coming means that people are going to die in your area or are already dying. Or that the cops are coming to fucking fuck with you. They're building 2 houses just in my eyesight. I don't know how many houses they're building out here. If I took a drive, because I have no reason to ever go, like, out in this area of my neighborhood. There's nothing out there other than other houses. So I've never been down there, but I'd be willing to bet that there's probably 5 or 6 houses being built within 2 or 3 miles of me here. Man, that's something that I hope that I never see, because, dude, when it comes to military shit that I'm afraid of, helicopters top the list. And I think they really should for a lot of people. The Apache is a death machine. It has it literally armed with 2 rotary rocket canisters that shoot Hellfire missiles. And it's got a big, giant fucking 50 millimeter rotary gun on the front of it. And it's agile, quick, can strafe you from fucking, oh my God, man, that's a scary machine. When it comes to just being able to, like, we're not talking about like, you know, like bombing a whole city. Like, that's scary too. Like, especially because you really can't even see that coming or hear it coming. But when it comes to like military hardware that's used directly against people, there's nothing in my mind more frightening than a helicopter. They're just able to, you know, they're so fast and so agile and so armed to the teeth, able to land pretty much anywhere and dump a bunch of troops. And yeah, the Apache is like so fucking agile. You should go watch some videos of it. I remember when I was a kid, I used to have a VHS tape that my mom bought me because I was obsessed with helicopters for a little while. She bought me this like military helicopters thing, and dude, there was this Apache footage of an Apache pilot, you know, doing evasive maneuvers and shit like that. Fucking thing is insane, dude. The way it can just fucking come in at full speed and immediately like stop and hover and start strafing and just that rotary cannon just pinpointed on a house or something and then just gone to the next one. It's like, whoa, okay. I mean, you know, there's a little boy part of me that thinks it's pretty cool, but it's also terrifying, you know. The little boy in me is still like, God damn, that's awesome. But the old man in me is like, holy fuck, that's being used against actual people. Oh, it's only being used against the baddies? Oh, okay. Whew. That makes me feel better about the whole thing. Oh yeah, dude, all helicopters have Indian names. And, or at least all military helicopters, or most of them at the very least, have Indian names, which is very interesting. I think the attack helicopters all do. So there's the Apache, the Chinook, which is the big, giant, like, transport military helicopter, the twin blade, or twin rotor. I'm trying to think of the other ones. There are other examples. We covered one in our ridiculous military spending episode that I filmed that I don't know when it'll come out. But I did a show about ridiculous military spending, and we covered a helicopter, and it was the helicopter that was supposed to replace the Apache, the Comanche. That's what they called it. Yeah, Chinook is a dual rotor helicopter. So they made a light attack helicopter that was supposed to not only replace the Apache but fill multiple roles, looked all futuristic, called the Comanche. That was its call sign designation. And then it ended up being like a multi-billion-dollar boondoggle. They're worthless. They're outperformed by the Apache in every way. And the Apache was built in the 70s. Seriously, that's the military's motto, though. They're just afraid that they're gonna be the last ones to come up with the better helicopter and shit, and so they're constantly stabbing at it and wasting money and creating these boondoggles. Yeah. Okay, so you're talking about the what you call it? I'm trying to remember the name of this too. We covered it in the military boondoggle thing. Over $1 trillion wasted on it. The new fighter jet that's supposed to replace the F-16 Hornet or the F-15 Hornet and the F-16 Falcon, I think. Yeah, it's supposed to be like the new fighter jet or whatever the fuck. I can't remember what its thing is, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, the F-35, there you go. And this thing is just a nightmare. The Lightning, you're right. Yeah, what a fucking sad name, bro. This thing is outperformed in every way by the fucking jets that were made standard in the 80s. In every way. It is an absolute fucking nightmare. The Lightning 2. Okay, whatever. Like they send it up to dogfight against not just our jets. Like, so they'd send it up to dogfight against American military jets. Of course, the American military has its hands on foreign jets. So they send it up against whatever the fucking comparable jets are from Russia or China or whatever the fuck. It just gets blown out of the sky by all of them in the mock dogfights. It loses. It's supposed to be stealthy, and it's not. Like, it doesn't, the stealth technology on it, it's just as visible on fucking normal radar as anything else. About the only thing that it can do that's tactically worth a shit that your normal jet can't do is that there is an F-35 Lightning 2 package that allows for short takeoff or vertical takeoff, I think, or vertical landing, one of the two. I think it has short takeoff capability and then vertical landing capability, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like a VTOL. And that's, the one thing that it can do that, an F-16 can't do. Can't outfight an F-16. Well, I covered it in the show that I was talking about, and let me just tell you, it is a coalition project, but I want you to take a guess which country in the coalition shouldered about 90% of the budget. Oh, wait. It's going to blow your mind, dude. Because you're right, it was a UN coalition fighter. And so there were a lot of countries that contributed to the research and development costs of this jet. Which country was it that shouldered 90% of the burden for the development of the F-35? Australia, good guess, but no. Israel, nope, good guess, but no. Poland, you got it. Nope, just kidding. Wasn't Poland. Yeah, it was America. It was America.
We'll be here in about 10 minutes to install all this, I guess.
Oh, okay, they're coming. Nice. All right, well, let's dump this shit, and I'll move my... I'm going to close the stream. Maybe I'll start one up in there or some shit.